Happy 2021, everyone. Okay, so last year I did, the lighting's being so, see, because it's sunny out and my camera's not used to the sun this time of year, so lighting's gonna be weird, bear with me. I personally am getting a little bit of a later start to 2021. It's January 10th when I'm filming this, and probably when you're seeing this too, if I can get my crap together. It took me a while to like get my bearings and everything together and like figure out like goals for this year and what I wanted to do and what I wanted to like put out into the universe to accept this year. Like everything else, I made a list on notes. So we're not gonna do a 2020 recap. I'll put some pictures on the screen to recap my 2020. Let's just say I wanted to be like Daenerys Targaryen a little too much. So that happened. I have to give myself credit. When I want to do something, I do it. So, yeah, platinum. Never again. Whatever. We're leaving the past in the past and we are ready to move forward. 2021, my family, we're doing like the one word challenge thing for this year. So like just trying to live through one word the entire year. But I wanted to take that a step further because there's just like, I don't know, I was having trouble picking like one word that I wanted to like live by this year. So I made a whole list of them, but like the overarching word, because I couldn't find, and this is gonna sound really dumb, couldn't find a word in English that really like I felt like encompassed everything I wanted to accomplish this year. But my word for 2021 is metanoia, which is Greek, and it means the journey of changing one's mind, heart, self, or way of life, a spiritual conversion, which that's basically like what I want my year this year to encompass, just like getting more in touch and more intuitive with myself and just like more in touch with the universe and all of that kind of stuff. I have made it to witch talk, and I think I'm a witch, so do what you will with that information. I made a list of like a bunch of different words under that, but first I wanted to talk about the little bit of like an aesthetic change that, I don't know, because you guys know that for me, I always have to have like an aesthetic with everything, and I always have to just, it's a weird thing. So I wanted to just make like little small baby changes to, I don't know, I just want to make everything in my life more simple and more like you can tell I did a little, you're gonna see that in the vlog that comes after this video, but I changed up my room just a little bit to just reflect kind of more of like the simple headspace that I want, because I feel like your space reflects what goes on in your head, at least for me it does. So we're gonna do my favorite little scroll through Pinterest, a little sneak peek of my new, like, I'm gonna do what's on my iPhone, but I changed up for the new year, I changed up all of like my widgets and stuff. So for Pinterest, I guess we can go through we'll go through the aesthetic board first. This is just gonna be a quick little, like, you know, just this vibe. It's all I want. I mean, truly. Just a lot more like self-care, like being in touch with my body, working on myself, and just like candle, like this doesn't just make you so, like, just feel so calm and happy and just, oh my god. Look at like the little like wax strips. Focus. I love it, I love it, I love it. So candles are gonna be a big thing this year for me, at least. Like this, just natural, clean, simple candles. Just really like streamlining everything into things that I like need. Of course, plants, because you guys know I love my plants. That's home. And then I just wanna scroll through my little, not inspo, daily, which I've been adding to this board a ton just because I've been finding so many like quotes that I feel like just speak to me and like encompass what I want to do this year. Like these are just like so beautiful. I love that. Your energy is sacred. I love that one. Just like focusing more on like my energy. I'm gonna learn a lot this year. Like I'm learning Italian. Actually pretty good. I'm learning Italian. My goal by the end of this year is to I want to speak so many different languages just because I feel like that's so cool. And just like, I want to learn about different cultures. Wow, son, where did you go? I'm learning Italian right now. Like, I'm already pretty fluent in Spanish. I just want to start like practicing more. And then I also want to learn Greek. So by the end of this year, hopefully I will have accomplished those things, because I just feel like it's such good practice for your mind to just like learn new different languages. Okay, so aesthetic, we got that. Now, our words. I basically went through and just like wrote down a list of words that I felt like kind of spoke to me a little bit or just kind of like jumped out at me. And then under each word I wrote like how I'm gonna kind of implement that into my daily life. So first I'm just gonna read all the words and then I'll like go through. So nourish, carefree, spirited, free, open, willing, accepting, natural, full, and golden. Those just make you like feel good. For nourish, I want to focus a lot this year because I've like been getting good at it, but I want to focus on nourishing my body and my soul, and just like in it from a physical standpoint, I want to just work on like, we've been eating at home so much more, which I love. I've been cooking so much more. I have discovered my love of seafood, so I just want to like focus on eating clean, eating more like meals that I make myself, obviously drinking more water. At some point I'm going to start doing the gallon a day because I feel like that'll be fun. Nourishing through movement, so like yoga, Pilates, just like less, I mean, not like I like ever worked out like really hardcore before, but instead of like making a workout something I'm gonna dread, I just want to like move my body and just get more like, I don't know, I really want to increase my flexibility as well. I almost have my splits back too, so that's another goal for this year, which I feel like I'll probably have that down in like within the next month or two because I've been like working on it every day. Nourishing the body. Next for carefree is simply just like letting go and just going with the flow. So like then, instead of worrying about how the lighting looks and like freaking out about it, I'm just gonna go with the flow and just let whatever happens, because it's something that I can't control and it's something that I'm just going to like release. I feel like that was like a really good example for that. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate it. I don't know, just like releasing. I go, oh, I should have put release on there. That's a good word. I'm gonna add that. There's no rules to this. I can add whatever words I want. So carefree, just like simply like letting what is, just letting it be. This year I'm also really going to focus on just like self-improvement, self-awareness. Like I had therapy 3 times this week. I had an appointment with my psychiatrist, so we're going to like get my mental health all straightened out. But the end goal by the end of this year is for me to be in South Carolina and for me to be like stepping into the next chapter of my life at a new school, in a new place, with new people, a new culture. I mean, yeah, it's a culture, right? Kind of, I don't know. Hopefully by the end of this year I will be like ready and prepared and just like, once again, letting go, let what may happen. Okay, release. Let it do what it's gonna do. Free. So for free, I really just want to like open up my heart and just follow where my intuition and where my heart tells me I need to be. I just started doing that this year, and the amount of change I noticed in my life was incredible, and just like listening to my heart and what it has to say. For spirited, going into new situations with an excited soul. So this is my biggest downfall. I have been like conditioning myself my entire life to think that I don't like new situations because they make me uncomfortable. But the thing that I've realized is being uncomfortable is where you grow, and being uncomfortable in that little short time span where you're uncomfortable, that's when like great change happens. If you're comfortable, like you're not doing something right, you know what I mean? So I really like this year I realized that, but for 2021 I want to start implementing that into my life, because throughout 2020 I learned a lot and I grew a lot in like myself and my heart, but I wasn't the best at taking action because I was too scared and I got in my own way. That was another thing I was talking about with my therapist. I was like, I'm really the only thing that's like standing in my way. I have all of these skills, I have everything I need to go and do the things that I want to do in my life. I'm just like getting in my own way because I'm making myself scared about it. So this year I really want to just like go into new situations and get out of my head and stop overanalyze everything, and like before something even happens I make myself feel like it's going to be bad, it's not going to be good, I'm not going to learn anything from this. And I need to like switch that mindset into something that is like, okay, this is a new situation, it's going to be uncomfortable, but being uncomfortable is how you grow and how you're going to progress forward. Like I already started, I have never had like a big girl job. Like, I've done babysitting and I have worked at my mom's school, but those have all been comfortable situations where I knew everyone and I was like, I didn't really have to step much out of my comfort zone for those. So yesterday I applied for my first big girl job outside of like my circle. I mean, okay, it's still like in my circle. I'm applied it at home, which is like, you guys know that's how we decorated our entire house, but plus you also get a 25% off discount if you work there. But that was like a really big step for me, is like, for the past 2 years since I turned 16, I was just completely horrified of like, just because of like the commitment that comes with that. But I just had like this moment yesterday. We were sitting outside at my nanny's house. I had social distancing with my grandparents because Corona, and we were talking, and it was a really sunny day, and it's the first sunny day we've had in a really long time because it's winter. Said something about like the sun and like, oh, we just have to appreciate it while it's here. And I was thinking like, well, no, you guys know how big of an impact like the sun has in my life and just like the energy that it gives me. And like, I have seasonal affectiveness disorder, so it just like, it really hits home for me. It was something about like the sun and not having it for like 8 months out of the year. And then I was like, well, no, that's not how you have to live. That's not how you have to, like, that's not the path that you have to be on your entire life. And I was like, well, like, you can move. There's so many different places where there's so many different experiences and the sun is out all year round and it's like whatever. And Katie's like, well, it's not that easy, Sarah. You can't just move across the country. And I was like, well, but it kind of is. Like, everything's that easy if you just like break it down into step, you know what I mean? So then after that, I was thinking in my head, I was like, I need to take my own advice. Everything's that easy if you just do it. So then I literally went online, found the application, filled it out in 15 minutes, and applied. For 2 years, 2 full years, I have been freaking myself out about the commitment that comes with and getting a job and being in a new place with new people and different experiences. And I'm like, that's going to be the rest of my life. I can't hide from it anymore. And it's going to make me uncomfortable. Yeah, but I have to do that. Like, that's something that I need to do to get to the next step. That's a pretty big move for me. I mean, I know for a lot of people it's just really easy. You just get an application and you apply and whatever. But that took me 2 years to finally realize that it is just that easy. You just do it. One of the quotes that's on my phone, because I like to have those to just like subconsciously dig into my brain every day, don't let starting stop you. I let starting stop me for 2 whole years and think about how much experience I've missed out on. We're not doing that this year. We are not. I refuse. So, going into a new situation with an excited soul. Next, open. I just need to like, once again, I've conditioned myself to close myself off from new situations, to protect myself as a like, I don't know, just as a means of trying to like not get hurt. So being open, just accepting things with the knowledge that it may not make you comfortable in the moment, but it's going to help you in the long run. My biggest saving grace this year is thinking long term, because obviously pandemic, everything that's going on in our world, all of these social injustices that are happening, I'm thinking far out, thinking long term, thinking, yeah, this might suck in the moment, but it's giving me experience and it's giving me the ability to move forward and like do the things that I want to do. My therapist would be so proud of me if she watched this video. Next, willing. This goes along with everything else. Just opening up and being fully receptive to like everything that comes my way. And then the little tagline that I wrote under this, even if you don't want to do it, step into it with a willingness that something good may come out of it. Something good might not come out of it, but you're not going to know if you don't do it. Like, this is also one of my favorite quotes. Better an oops than a what if. Like, my job at home might turn out awful. I don't know unless I do it. South Carolina might be horrible. I don't know unless I do it. Next word, accepting. Be able to sit with what is and be present with the moment. And just like, once again, goes along with, I might not like where I'm at right now, but that doesn't mean that I can't be somewhere else in 6 months. That doesn't mean I can't be somewhere else in a year. I just have to do the work in the moment and stay present with what is happening right now in order to get to where I need to be. Like, this is very like I didn't mean for this to be so inspirational. I was just like, I don't know. Natural. This is my like biggest word for this year, because I just want to make all parts of my life just like natural and raw and real, and just like, this is hilarious as I'm sitting here with like fake hair in my head, but last year I feel like, even I feel like for the past like probably 4 or 5 years, as I've been like growing up and maturing, I've just like, I don't know, I've gone down this path of like, you know, what you see on social media, and you just like, you absorb this content all the time that is just, it's not real, and it's not like, I don't know, it's so hard to explain, but I feel like I was trying to make myself this person that I wasn't. And even this past, like at this in my 2020 like goals for the year video, and it was just like, I want to be like true to myself and true to who I am, and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't doing that. Like, I was sitting right here in that video with like white hair, and I just wasn't like, I don't know, I just wasn't being like natural and authentic and true. So my goal for this year is to like get back to that, like starting with my hair. I'm not allowed to touch my hair for 7 months. I won't touch it for a year, and we'll see what happens. I just like, I don't know, this more goes around my hair because I'm so anal about my hair, and you guys know that, but I just like went down this awful path of like, I wasn't happy with myself, so then I like changed the way my hair looked kind of thing. So I feel like I've come kind of like full circle, and I'm back to like natural. Like, I want to just like embrace more of just like my natural inner beauty, like a beauty inside of my soul, than like trying to focus on like external factors and all that kind of thing. So like, I don't want to like go every 2 months and like switch up my hair and then switch up my vibe and then because it's so much work and it's so exhausting and it's just like frustrating as hell. So we're not doing that anymore. I don't know, just being like more natural, more. Next is full. Now this word, I just want to like embrace fully. This year I want to fill my heart with so many good things and things that make me feel happy and joyful. And like, I mean, I go to work every day and I get to see these kids that just make my heart feel so full and happy, and I just want to feel that every single day for the rest of my life. And I want to feel like I'm doing everything I can to get me to the next step. Like, especially this year, it was really tough because, I mean, we're living through a global pandemic, but also in like my personal life, like I felt like I wasn't doing everything that I should be doing. The job was a huge part of that. And also just like doing the work on like myself and my soul and like YouTube, I felt like I wasn't giving it my all. You guys know how much I love my Bondi Guru like intuitive horoscope readings, and my reading today was, you know, when you're like faking it, like you know exactly when you're not doing as much as you can be doing. You know when you can be doing more. You know when you're lying to yourself and when you're lying to other people, that you're pushing yourself to your max, because like I wasn't this year, and I know that, and like I'm sure you guys could tell that too. So this year I'm really gonna like just go all in. Do it. So just doing everything to like, and like just living life to its absolute fullest. Like, it might suck. I might live in Cleveland right now where it's cloudy almost all the time, and there's really not that much to do, and all of my friends are going back to school, and I'm like not going away to school, like I'm doing online school, and I just feel like a complete and total failure. But I'm not. That's just like, I'm doing the work to get me to the next step. The sun is also, it's not setting, it's 3:23, so the sun's going down, so sorry about the lighting. Last one, golden. Harry Styles fans? I think of the word golden and I just think of pure, bright energy that is just like, it radiates to other people. I've just been told so many times in my life that I have like this light inside of me that I can like, I light up a room and I make everyone around me feel like joyful, and they can like feel my spirit, I guess. But I've never really like felt that. Like, people say that to me and I'm like shocked, because I feel like I don't feel that way about myself. So this year I'm really trying to like work on feeling that sense of like golden love inside my heart, and like actually like intentionally making other people feel like I did that a lot this year, just like making other people feel good. But I want that to come from a place of like, I feel happy, so I want to make others feel happy, not I'm completely empty inside and I want to make other people feel better than I do. That's really where it was coming from this year. Was just like, I feel like crap and I don't want anyone else to feel this way, so I'm just going to try and make other people happy instead of like filling my cup first. But I want to do that like all at the same time. So like golden hair, golden skin, golden soul that shines bright and affects the way others perceive life. Also, this comes a lot from the line in Mamma Mia, I am the girl with golden hair. Okay, so that's the last word, and then I just made a little list of like concrete ways to change these behaviors in my life and things that I've already started doing. I've been doing the past couple months that I would like to continue doing through this year. So journaling daily, which has been a huge thing. I love doing, like, I do my little nightly journaling, and then I take, because I always like light my candles when I do my journaling, and then I take a little bit of like the are you melting? Ooh. I take a little bit of the candle wax, and then I pour it on my like journal page, and then I like seal it with my little like thumbprint or something, which I've really been loving to do. I don't know, I feel like it like sets my intention in, I guess. Meditate daily, no guided meditations. I'm so proud of this. I have finally progressed in my spiritual and meditation journey, where I no longer have to use a guided meditation, where I can just put on my 432Hz frequency playlist on Spotify, and I just put that on, and I put on a timer for like 15 minutes, and I just sit and breathe and like think, but not add on to my thoughts. So that was like a really big thing that happened this year, that this was like a week ago that I like graduated to this form of meditation. I'm really excited because I could never just sit there and like think, be there with my thoughts. So another thing, yoga every day. I've been doing this, some sort of just like moving your body in a way that feels good. I don't know, I feel like when I stretch and when I just open up my body, I open up myself to like other things in the universe. I don't know. We're getting into the spiritual side of things. Exercise, which this also goes with movement. I want to try doing cardio like 3 times a week, just because it's good for like my heart. Like, quite literally, I have a heart condition, so it's good for me to like get my blood pumping that way. But also just because I'm not at a place where I'm very happy with my body right now. So I want to try like continuing to eat clean, eating better, eating at home, but then also like doing movement that's not only going to like stretch my body and elongate it, but also like get my heart pumping and like shed a couple. That didn't sound very positive, but I'm sure you know what I mean. But that's not like what I'm focusing on this year. I'm focusing much more on like my soul, inner heart space than my body, which I also want to take care of my physical body, but you know, alignment. Next, eating clean foods. We already talked about this with Nourish. Dressing freely, which this is such a huge thing for me. It's wearing clothing that makes my soul feel good and makes me feel like I'm me, you know? So like, I live in Ohio. My style is not one that most people here dress like. Especially in the summertime too, I feel like people are judging me for like running around in a sundress, but I don't care, because I like to wear my flowy, beautiful pieces that make me happy. And that's all that matters. No one else's opinion matters. Okay, and the next thing is waking up every day and setting intention through meditation. I want to start focusing a lot more on my morning routine, because I put a lot of effort into my night routine, but in the morning I like to sleep as long as I can, so then like by the time I wake up I have to like go and do whatever I'm gonna do. So I want to start like waking up a little bit earlier and making time for just like doing a little like 5-minute morning meditation, a little 5-minute morning stretch, a little journal to write down my intentions for the day, and that way like in the nighttime I can then reflect on those and that kind of thing. So that is all. This video is extremely long. I hope it helped you guys in some way. This just like felt good for me to like, I don't know, this felt like it was a little therapy session. I'm also gonna like really focus on holding myself accountable this year, just because there's so many things that I want to do and so many things that I want to accomplish and so many ways that I want to like improve myself. Come on this journey with me. We'll make 2021 a good year, even if like, you know, corona, pandemic, whatever. I'm taking this year to prepare myself for when we can travel again and when we can do fun social things again and when it's safe to go out and do those things. We're doing the inner work this year. We're doing the self-work. That way we can be ready for 2022 when we can go out and travel and do fun things again. So I love you all so much. From my heart to yours, I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful start to your year. And if not, that's okay. Your new year can start today. Doesn't matter. Don't let starting stop you. That was so dumb. I love you guys. Make someone smile today. Make yourself smile today. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye. Mwah.